You know, there's not a lot of animated shows. I would dare say this. I cannot remember the last animated show, and I'll include in this Arcane. I'll include in this Harley Quinn. I'll include in this anything. I can't remember a show getting more talk about it than the current HBO series Velma. I mean, everybody just wants to talk about it. It's just been talked about all over the place, left, right, and center, up, down, everywhere, which way you can look. And it's got some of the worst scathing reviews I've seen. Now, actually, the actual critic rating on it is low, but it's not all that low. It's like in the 40s, right? It's in the 40%. So not quite, but close to half of critics think it's okay, but still low score. I saw like 1.5 episodes. Maybe I finished the second one. I'm not sure. And I'll give a hot take. I don't think it's that bad. It's not good. Don't misinterpret me. It's not good. It's a show that is desperately trying to be Harley Quinn. Right. It is desperately trying to mimic and be Harley Quinn. It's just that it tries a little bit too hard. I mean, and I like the idea, like some people go, oh, it's not really like Scooby. Who gives a fuck? This show is meant to be a satire, not of Scooby-Doo. This show is meant to be a satire of adult animation. It's meant to be a satire of itself. And again, I don't think it's good, but I don't think it's the ultimate train wreck that some people are making out to be. That being said, the one thing that you cannot deny about it is, holy crap, a lot of people watch it.
Sure.
Because it has been a ratings darling for HBO Max, so much so that HBO Max has decided to give this thing a second season. And now it's not the official green light, but they have already put the second season in. And of course,
don't
forget to check
right here.
Don't forget to check our Velma after show, 24-hour marathon.
It was a long one.
Same
I want to thank you for the
day.
super chats on that show.
Yeah, that was
so much.
remarkable.
There's a hidden message in that magnifying glass.
So, but here's the thing: they're greenlighted. This is what they say. This comes to us from the folks over at Screen Rant. They said the following. Though Velma has been the subject of controversy thanks to its dark premise, distinct characterization, and mixed responses to its sense of humor, it has proven remarkably successful for HBO. Velma has officially become HBO Max's most watched animated original show, which is a remarkable feat. From the day it launched, the show has been bringing in huge numbers to HBO Max, which is a major reason for its rise. Now, some people... And I understand why, because I get it. Some people will rush to say, well, that's because people just tune in to see just how bad it was. Except for these streaming services, they count their ratings of watch time. They don't count their ratings for how many people just clicked on it for a few minutes to see how bad it was. They click on it for watch time. Now, I am not ever planning to go back to watch more Velma. To me, again, I didn't think it was a total car wreck, but I didn't think it was good. So none of those numbers are going to be from me. But a lot of people are watching it. And they're watching it and then watching another episode and then watching another episode. And you can say all you want. Well, it's only because they're hate watching it, or they're okay. Sure. I'm sure there are some people that do that. Not a lot of people do that for any show they actively hate. I mean, other than you and what's that damn airplane show?
Manifest.
Yeah. You're the first person I knew who would use the term hate watch. I think you introduced me to the term.
It's a glorious gobbledygook-filled show that I dearly love.
So, I mean, it's fascinating to me to see the amount of vitriol this show gets. And again, I'm not a fan, but yet when the cold hard numbers come in, it's like, you know what? A lot of people are watching. This isn't like a Sony Morbius thing where they just saw a meme of Morbius thought, well, hey, let's re-release this in theaters. No, this is actually based on real numbers. I don't know. Rob, I'm kind of shocked to hear that they're going to do another season of this, but I guess if the numbers that they're support, I don't know. What do you think about this?
Well, I mean, I think, look, I was not a fan of the show, and I understand what they were trying to do with it, but I do think that there's something about it that connects with our modern age today. I mean, there's a lot of things in it that you can point to and go, this goes right along the lines with a lot of the politics that are being played out in the public sphere. And it's mean-spirited and nasty, and it's got base humor in it. All the things people love. And so, I mean, look, the first episode had a fight with naked chicks in a locker room. Yeah. You know, and I'm just like, really? You know, okay.
But I remember that's because that's in the first episode.
Yeah,
I
it's
saw
the first episode.
But I remember thinking, like, in that scene, I actually that was the start of the show.
Yeah.
And I actually, for the first few minutes, felt some hope for the show because that whole scene was about commentary on how other shows treat. It's like all the studies show that girls making out brings in ratings.
Yeah.
So I thought if they can do this type of commentary on modern pop media and all that kind of stuff, this could be good. But then it got really desperate after that.
Yeah, I think that it didn't rise above what it was doing. Whereas I think Harley Quinn does.
Absolutely. Yes.
You know, and I think that it smacks of, like, there was I don't know why this stuck out to me, but I think in the first episode, there's a joke about Coachella tickets. And that joke, I'm like, okay, no one's going to get that joke. And I understand why you put it in there to show to me, it was a show where if I have to feel how clever how the writers think they're very clever and they're working really hard in this show, I feel that watching Velma. I don't feel that watching Harley Quinn. The jokes in Harley Quinn are really clever. They come fast and furious, and
it feels like they come easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
This show is a chore to watch. It's like, I wanted to say half the time, slow your roll and just tell me your story. I am tired of you explaining to me how cool you all are in the writer's room.
But you know,
really
it's funny, but you bring up that point that I think is so accurate here because I feel like, you know, we talk about how winning cures everything. I think if it felt as easy and if it was as effective and as funny as Harley Quinn, we wouldn't say that. We wouldn't say that you're trying to be cool, but because it does not come across as easily and organic and as flowing as Harley Quinn does. And the jokes don't land nearly as well as the one in Harley Quinn does. Then it's just like, kids, you're trying too hard. I mean, and it's just...
I mean, that's a really interesting point. I mean, if I'm feeling, and I feel this not just about Velma, I feel this about other kinds of shows. If I'm watching a show and I feel that the writers are taking the position that we're better than our audience, you know, and that happens, I think, a lot more and more in TV. You can feel it. And it's hard to explain what that is. Velma was by the end of the first episode, I'm like, I am out. I maybe it's because I'm an ancient fossil of a man.
It made for a really weird 24-hour marathon.
Yeah, I did my 24-hour marathon. I was out, and people were like, "This, Rob, clearly this show isn't for you." No,
yeah.
Great entertainment should be for everybody.
Well, I mean, but it's true. Even great entertainment's not going to be for everybody because, like, you and I both really appreciate Harley Quinn. I love Harley Quinn, right? Now, have you seen the Valentine's Day special yet?
Not yet.
Okay, so here's the thing. As much as I love the holiday special, Bane, a 200-foot tall Bane with a raging hard-on, destroying buildings by humping them, to me,
too far,
is glorious.
Cinema.
But to some people, it's not going to be for everybody.
Sure.
Like Bane grabbing the Gotham City building, and then bringing the building down. Not for everybody. We had a picture of Roy Kent up there a second ago from Ted Lasso. What's the actor's name again? Brent?
Oh,
the guy who's playing Hercules.
I know. I knew it until you asked me.
But like the character who plays, the actor who plays Roy Kent, he's in as himself, he is in the Valentine's Day special of Harley Quinn. And they...
Goldstein.
What's that?
Brett Goldstein.
Goldstein, that's it. And they do some stuff with him. It's just ridiculous and ludicrous. But it's not for everybody. Like, you can have stuff that's not for everybody. That's totally fine. But again, I look at Velma and all I can see, and maybe it's just me, all I can see is somebody who is desperately trying to mimic Harley Quinn. They're
Right.
just not nearly as good at it.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
But hey, guys, a lot of people are watching it. It looks like they're developing season 2. What do you think about that? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down into the comment section below and leave those thoughts there. Guys, we want to take a second and thank a sponsor of this video, ExpressVPN. You've heard me talk about how important it is to have a VPN to protect your online privacy, but choosing a VPN you trust is equally as important. Now, I like to do research on my sponsors, and I only recommend brands to my listeners that I believe in, and I can say with full confidence that ExpressVPN is the best VPN on the market, and here's why. Number 1, ExpressVPN doesn't log your activity online. Lots of cheap or free VPNs make money by selling your data to advertisers, but ExpressVPN doesn't do this. They even developed a technology, Trusted Server, server that makes their VPN servers incapable of storing any data at all. Number 2, speed. ExpressVPN now uses Lightway, a new VPN protocol they engineered to make user speeds faster than ever. ExpressVPN is always blazing fast and lets me stream videos in HD quality with zero buffering. The last thing that really sets ExpressVPN apart is how easy it is to use. You don't need any technical skills to get set up. Just fire up the app and tap one button to connect. That's it. Even your grandparents could do it. And it's not just me saying this. CNET, Business Insider, The Verge, and many other tech journals rate ExpressVPN the #1 VPN in the world. So protect yourself with a VPN that I use and trust. Use my link, expressvpn.com/Campea today and get an extra 3 months free on a 1-year package. Visit expressvpn.com/Campea to learn more.